Well, Israel's Defense Minister Yoav Gallant visited frontline areas of Gaza earlier on Wednesday before returning to Tel Aviv to give a statement to the media there, insisting that Israel must win the war.
We are progressing according to the plans. Hamas is suffering severe blows. Over 10,000 munitions were dropped on the city of Gaza. Thousands of targets were hit, thousands of targets were destroyed, thousands of terrorists were eliminated. The soldiers describe what they encounter everywhere. Terrorists come out of shafts, underground tunnels, under buildings, under hospitals, under schools. They see everything. Gaza is a base of terrorism and evil.
Meanwhile, the Israeli army has shown what it says is a cache of weapons and supplies seized from fighters involved in the October the 7th attacks. Among the various items were a large amount of rocket launchers, rocket-propelled grenades, handguns, assault rifles and assorted ammunition. Israel says the weaponry was used in attacks on houses inside Israel at the start of the war, as well as against tanks and soldiers inside Gaza. Jordan has announced it will recall its ambassador to Israel. The government in the capital, Amman, also says Israel's ambassador cannot return to the country. Let's go to Sara Khairat, who's in occupied East Jerusalem. Sarah, so we'll get to that diplomatic spat in just a moment. But first, the Israeli army saying their troops are close to Gaza City. What are the latest military developments on the ground, Sarah?
Yeah, absolutely. In the last half an hour or so, we've also heard of the death of another Israeli soldier, bringing it to a total of 17 since they entered Gaza, with the biggest number of deaths that happened over the last 48 hours, which was a big blow for the Israelis. But they said that this is going to happen as they move deeper in with more urban warfare. The government and the military have confirmed that 10,000 bombs have been dropped on Gaza since the start of the war, which was a little over 3 weeks ago. It's an incredible amount, and they say it's necessary to do that first, airstrikes first, and then move deeper in with those troops. They've also said that, and you just mentioned there, the tunnels. The tunnels is the biggest issue for them. They're saying that their soldiers, and they released some of those videos and pictures earlier, showing the soldiers trying to target Hamas fighters, Qassam Brigade fighters, coming out of those tunnels. And there's an element of surprise there. But they have to continue this. If they want to win this war, they have to keep up the momentum. And they're saying that those soldiers have the Air Force reinforcement above them as they move deeper in. Once again, we've heard from the Defense Ministry saying that this is necessary, that they are winning, that every stage of the war so far is going according to plan. And he also added that those decisions are still being made amongst that special war cabinet that was created at the start of the war, where they can make those big decisions, and everything that they're doing so far is according to their plan.
And Sarah, just quickly on the diplomatic front, how have Israeli officials there been responding to Jordan's decision to recall its ambassador?
In a short statement, they called it unfortunate. I think, we'll have to see how that works out for them. Their main focus here, to be honest, is on what's going on in Gaza and their war and eliminating Hamas entirely. But this also comes off the back of tensions this year since this far-right government came into power, where there were plenty of incursions of Al-Aqsa Mosque, the third holiest site for Muslims, which is here just not far behind me. You had Itamar Ben-Gvir, he's the national security minister, that would provoke Muslims and Palestinians by going to Al-Aqsa Mosque compound. There are certain days where they're not allowed to do that, and a lot of settlers have been doing this throughout the year, completely ignoring those rules and regulations. And Jordan is a custodian to Al-Aqsa. So there's been a lot of tension before, and this just adds to that. But it's also Jordan and other countries like in Latin America, Bolivia, for example, Peru and Colombia, that are sending a stronger message to Israel, saying that they completely are against this war and they want more humanitarian aid, and they're against the humanitarian catastrophe that's happening now in Gaza, as we see.
Sara Khairat, live for us there in occupied East Jerusalem. Sarah, thank you.